Hello and welcome to another update video about ONDO. Yeah, let's talk about the ONDO chart. I want to share with you my thoughts about the price structure on the ONDO chart. We have two possibilities here. We could see this as an impulse to the upside in the white scenario, or we can see it as a diagonal pattern. They are the two bullish interpretations, and the white count will get invalidated with another low, pretty much. And the yellow count has more space. Yellow is, however, overall more bullish. So we discussed that in previous videos. That's the problem. So the yellow count, while it is a diagonal pattern and less reliable, it will eventually probably be more bullish because the white count, in which, okay, it's not an impulse, but it's an A, B, and the C wave is an impulse. After the C wave, we don't really know what's going on, right? The uncertainty is going to be very high after a C wave top. That's always the case with these ABC structures. So we can follow here the idea possibly of a diagonal pattern. And in this scenario, but I won't rule out the white count. It's just that in the white count, we talked about it. We said, okay, we have an A, B, and then we started the C wave rally. This is a 5-wave move. And we are likely here in wave 4 of circle 3. Then we get another wave 4 and then another wave 5. But in this scenario, really this sub-wave 4 shouldn't break below $1.03. So any sustained break below that last low, because that level was tested. I mean, we talked about it as target, the 100% extension level. I mean, here at $1.09, we are there now pretty much. Okay, maybe it's turning around. Happy days. Okay, but then this would be a WXY structure. So as an ABC, it might need one more low. Either way, if I tell you now it might need one more low or not, we need a signal that the correction is over. I have absolutely no signal yet, okay? So we need, for example, a small 5-wave move up if it's clear, or we need a break above maybe at least a trend line, but I don't see any clear trend lines here. You can draw anything, but that doesn't, I mean, yeah, it's maybe the best trend line I can offer here, Overall, we have a reversal candle. I don't find that reliable. Essentially, we had a nice correction. We are respecting the 100% extension, but I'm just not convinced yet that the low is in. If there is another low, then I can call this move down here. By the way, the B wave would be here, because we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe one more low, and then we have 5 waves in wave C of 4. Yeah. No, sorry, wave C of B. Essentially, they are only labels, but it tells me that if this is an ABC structure, the C wave should have another low, and that might be because it's then too deep, that pullback, it would rather fit into the yellow scenario, which is that B wave pullback. Yeah. So that's what I'm watching here. And then the next support below the last low was formed at $1.01. Next support is 92 cents, then 83 and 71 cents. Okay, how to trade this? I mean, you could see this as a range. I often say when we have two, I mean, essentially you have to have your plan, right? But ideas, you have two support areas. So you could carefully scale in, because you have to use the lower one normally. That's my view, at least. If you want to add positions, you can scale in, but need to understand the 71 cent level as your safety level, in my opinion. That's not an invalidation point, but first of all, we have a lot of previous swing lows here. And so to that level, we had a lot of reactions. And then it's the 78.6 retracement. So in any B wave pullback, at some point you have to, cut the loss. And the 71 cent level seems a reasonable one. No financial advice, but that's typically, if we break below that, it will indicate much more weakness. That, of course, means you have to calculate your position size in line with the triangle. Meaning, as long as we are not very close to stop loss, position needs to be small. The overall position also needs to be small, because you cannot set the tight stop loss, right? That's one way of dealing with it. Another way of dealing with it would be to trade the breakout. Trade a breakout above the trend line, for example. Trade a breakout above the B wave high. But crypto breakouts fail frequently. And it's not a trend line. See, this trend line is far away from the current price. So the market will move a lot until that trend line breaks, which gives you not the good price, right? If this trend line, I think we have some coins where the trend line is a bit steeper, like on AVAX at the moment, or ICP, that would give you a better entry. So you have to figure out, how we want to play this. I don't see this as a great setup anyway, unless you want to casually scale in, and then when we see a first impulse with a nice decent pullback, then it gives you a good setup. At the moment, this is just catching the falling knife, and maybe suitable for anybody who wants to scale in carefully, but then you shouldn't be surprised if support breaks, because that's what altcoins do. And this is not an established chart, it's a very young chart history. But yeah, that's, I think, an idea for a good mix between having a decent entry for a good price without confirmation, and then maybe trading for confirmation, or, you know, getting a bit more aggressive when we then have that confirmation. Essentially, the 71 cent level is really critical support, and there is a chance, let me just double check something. Yeah, I mean, there is a chance, for the third wave to get into the $4 region. Yeah, maybe even higher, but we want to keep it realistic. So good reward to risk ratio anyway. More important is that you know where your risk is, which is the 71 cent level. I mean, the formal invalidation point is actually now here. That's different from support, yeah, which is why I have on most charts these invalidation lines, because they tell you very clearly. Sometimes you get the question, oh, it's going below support, is it invalidated? No, you do have wiggle room, but below invalidation, that's what we would call a scenario is going to be invalidated. That's the 58 cent level, but already below support, things will get a bit more bearish. That's my update about ONDO. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.